I guess we're doing this. Hey, that's right, kids. DragonConTV is back live from the Marriott Loft in the atrium. We're somewhere in downtown Atlanta. It said Pulse Lost in our script. That's where the 30 minutes went. It's episode 0 of The Late Show. My name is Brian Richardson. This is the only time where The Late Show lives up to its name. Every other time it's a morning show, because if you've been to DragonCon, if you're up this early, that means you stayed up late. I'm here with Will and Briana. How you doing?
Hey there.
I haven't seen you in about one con.
And that's been forever.
Yeah.
And I can't believe the next one is only in 2 days. I mean, technically it's starting right now for me, but hey.
Yeah. We're in mode.
Yeah, and we're all just so excited, not only to just see all of our old friends, but make some new ones and go on all those adventures that we love to make on DragonCon.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, tonight we're excited to get DragonCon 2022 up and running. If in recognition of your overscheduled weekend, this is an extra long episode, and there's too much con. We made too much con. Briana, what are you excited for this year?
I'm actually excited for a lot of the dance classes. I'm actually eyeballing the Peacemaker choreography because I've been trying to nail that intro for a long time, but now I can actually have someone teach me to do it. So I'm really excited about that and all the other things going on. How about you, Will?
I'm excited for Star Trek.
Yes.
Literally, do we have a couple hours just to talk about all the great things that are happening in Star Trek this year?
We do, but there are all the panels on my hosting schedule. Oh my gosh.
So when you see me following in the back of the crowd, that'll be me waving.
You'll be way back there while I'm up on stage.
Yep.
I'm excited the parade actually gets in-person participation this year. We'll have a crowd in our background of our shots. It's
going to be awesome. We have a lot of exciting things for DragonCon 2022, and the biggest thing, I think, we just want you to have a great time this year, because I know we're going to have a great one.
Yeah.
Yep, and there's just so much to show tonight. We're going to help you plan for DragonCon if you're attending in person, and also to join us virtually.
Yep. We're going to talk about safety and logistics information if you are attending in person.
And we're also going to review that safety information and specifically talk about the blood drive, our charity partner.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of great stuff.
Yep, we'll talk to our representative from Life South, who is with Heinlein Society, who does the blood drive. The representative will tell us about how you can help the community and how you can donate blood at DragonCon. Also, you can get some fun freebies and, just for donating.
Yep.
You said free?
Free.
I love that.
He woke up when we said free. And we'll bring out DragonCon co-chair Rachel Reeves. She'll take your questions, which you can start queuing up right now on social media. I know you've been waiting patiently, as have we, to get this thing rolling. So we'll be on YouTube and Facebook and Discord on the main events channel, I believe. Yeah, it's right there on the screen, so I don't have to remember it.
So we know that not all of you could join us for DragonCon in person this year, so these are going to be some great suggestions, and we have more coming up on how to join DragonCon virtually.
Yeah, and even if you are coming, knowing that is going to help you plan your con and cover some of the things you're going to miss, because DragonCon is just too large. You're going to need some help from the internet.
And that's the thing. Some of you, we know, are going to be watching us virtually, and that's okay. We're going to talk about your virtual options. DragonCon is big, like really big, like so big. So you probably won't actually believe how massively large it is, which means you're not going to get to see everything, even if you are here, even if you're actually here in person. So we're going to actually recommend that you go to DragonCon.tv to purchase a streaming membership, which is going to give you access to some great content. It's just $10, just 10, and you'll get a whole year's of access to main programming panels, select fan track panels, major events like the Masquerade, which is probably one of my favorite things every year. And of course, a selection of fan-produced content that will be exclusive to the DragonCon.tv streaming membership.
Yep.
And if you want to chat to different people, other people at DragonCon attendees online, you can go to our Discord server. Yes, we have that. And guess what? It's free. We love free stuff. It runs all year long, and it's a great way to interact with folks who like the same things that you do.
I think the Discord server's been up for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it.
It's been a game changer.
And we took a cue from Amazon. We all love online shopping, so you can experience a virtual version of the DragonCon dealer's room without leaving the comfort of your home.
I'm excited for that.
No VR goggles are required. It's filled with your favorite booths from the comic and pop artist alley, the art show, and other vendors. It's available through September 9th. So if you get on that flight and you've exceeded your baggage and you don't want to give Delta any more of your money going home, that means you can get home and then do additional purchases. So it'll just be like shopping for the past 3 years. That'll feel familiar.
And also, anyways, the dealer's room is super cool, and DragonCon has its own store with some pretty cool stuff too.
It does.
Will, I think, actually managed to grab some cool merch from Tony at the town hall.
Not just grabbed. I literally shoved him down and just went away with it. They were like, no, we'll give it to you. I'm like, no, I'm taking it. We've got to show you all the great stuff. And I think you just saw on the screen some of the cool stuff that we have and how to do it. Yeah, but I've got a magic bag full of stuff. For the bag's on sale too, by the way. And it is this little knapsack. It's so stylish. You can call it a man bag. You can call it whatever you want. It is wonderful. But let's see what we got in here. We're only gonna be able to highlight a few things. So not that. No, not this. Oh, but this I do want to highlight. Yeah. So we've got this awesome gator.
Yeah. That's a dragon, Will. That's a dragon.
It is
a
dragon.
It a neck gator, like a thing, a sleeve you put over your neck. Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes. Not the Florida dragons, not those little things that are in the swamp, but we're talking about this really cool gator, and you should see a little image on the screen. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. The art on it is just absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
It's stretchy. It's comfortable. I highly recommend you check this out, especially if you're not a big fan of masks. And we do have masks this year, so this is a great alternative.
Yeah, we will talk about masks in a second.
We are. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. We got well, this is cool. Well, all right. What about we got in here? Oh.
You are going to clean this up afterwards, right? We have to do a con in this hotel.
My favorite thing. My favorite thing. This is wonderful. The patch.
All the guys at work say I should do that to my laptop. Are they talking about something different? This is different than that.
You can put this on your laptop.
Okay, but
this
it's not
actually
the same
looks
as
really
patching
cool.
my laptop.
It's not the same as patching your laptop, but it will change your life. This has the classic DragonCon logo from years past.
We did throwback.
It is a throwback, and I love it. It's highlighted in the yellow. It's got the purple and the pink. Oh, I love this patch. You can find this and more, all those things I pulled out of the bag and the bag itself, some pins, cool stuff. You can find all of that at the DragonCon store. So I highly recommend you check it out.
And don't worry, Mom, he's going to clean this mess up later.
Yes.
Now that we're from giving gifts, let's talk about giving back. DragonCon has a history of supporting local charities. And here's the brief for our this year's partner, which is Open Hand Atlanta. We're just going to cue up this segment.
Welcome back. Well, if you're going to be walking several miles this weekend, which most likely you will, because if you've been to DragonCon, you walk. Well, you should definitely do that for charity. You should sign up for the DragonCon Hustle. It's
respect the hustle.
Oh,
That's cool.
The Hustle, which you can do before, during, or after DragonCon. And we got a cool little DragonCon Hustle
Ooh, you got a race bib.
Ooh, yeah. So 20 DCTV bib, but you will get a bib for it, and that is pretty neat.
Oh, that's cool. I got it on the screen there for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the only way that fans can give back. DragonCon has a huge history of giving back, and this year, of course, we also have our annual blood drive. We have that every year, and it is awesome. And actually, we've got to highlight here our DragonConTV correspondent and most amazing human being, B, actually got to talk with Galen Unold from Life South about the blood drive. So let's take a look. Hi, B.
Hi, it's B with DCTV, and tonight I'm with Galen Unold, who is representing Life South Community Blood Center. Thank you for being with me.
Hey, good to see you again. How are you?
I'm well. How are you today?
I'm excited.
Tonight I'm going to be talking with you about the blood drive. How long has that been happening at DragonCon?
Long time. This is going to be our 19th year, and we could not be more excited. And every year the drive becomes more and more important. It gets bigger and bigger. We get more and more involvement. And that's just a testament to the people of DragonCon. There's no other place in the world where people go on vacation from all over the world to come to this incredible event, and then they take time out of their day and their vacation to donate blood. It's a remarkable event.
Well, it's well worth it. Galen, can you talk to me about the impact that DragonCon has had in the Atlanta community?
Oh, absolutely. So every year we see right around 5,000 people, and each donation, we can get anywhere between 3 to 5 blood products out of it. So you do that math times 20 years, it's just unimaginable. And it comes at a time during Labor Day weekend, right, where there's a lot of travel, there's people on the road, there's people trying to get in that last minute vacation. The traffic is heavy, and therefore there's more accidents, and the need for blood actually goes up. And without DragonCon, there would be a massive shortage, not just in Atlanta, but the entire Southeast. It's become that important.
What kind of impact did COVID have on the supply?
I think just like the rest of the world, it had an impact on everything. But where we got hit is we got hit in a couple of areas. One, staff. Obviously, staff couldn't always work, and so there was no one to actually draw the donors. The second thing that hit us is businesses going remote. That's where we get our blood from, right? Is going to businesses, going to high schools, going to colleges. And when they shut all that down, it shut the blood supply down. And we really had to become creative and think about how we're going to get people to come to our centers. And I think we learned a lot. I think we grew a lot. Thank goodness we had DragonCon in person last year. We really expected it to kind of be a little lower, but actually it was one of our best years ever.
Really? So even though there were fewer attendees, there were actually more donations?
Yeah, it's weird. And I was asking people, like, have you ever donated before? Like, no, because we've always seen the lines. And this year we're like, well, the line can't be longer. And it was about the same. Once again, DragonCon never fails to impress me. It's remarkable.
So if I go and I donate blood, what do I get?
Well, first of all, make sure you get an appointment because you'll get a special pin that's really cool. The T-shirt this year, I know you guys are going to show the display, is phenomenal. We had Stanley Morrison design it. It is breathtaking. Every year we try to one-up our design. This year may be the best ever.
So you said that if I want to get the pin, I have to actually make an appointment. Where can I do that?
Mm-hmm. LifeSouth.org. Go there. You'll walk right through it. There's a display at the bottom. LifeSouth.org / DragonCon. Take you right to the landing page. You can make an appointment. Simple. It's very, very simple.
Well, I know that I'll be donating, and I hope you, the audience, will be joining us as well to fill that need and give back a little bit because DragonCon gives so much to us. Thank you for being on, Galen, and I hope this is your best year yet.
Oh, I expect it to be. I always do. I'm always amazed by the people. And thank you, DragonConTV. You guys are amazing. I love the show.
Now we're going to talk about logistics and safety issues for folks attending DragonCon in person.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great stuff going on this year. And of course, if you are coming to DragonCon, you are going to need to wear a mask indoors this year. The mask requirement still is in effect when you're indoors. And I know I said earlier about the gaiter. I want to highlight the gaiter is only 1 layer and not 2. So I kind of misspoke, and it is not really an acceptable indoor mask item. You can wear a mask in addition to the gaiter, and it makes a really stylish statement. Yes. I mean, it looks awesome.
We're all tired of that blue thing. Dress it up with
something. Dress it up. Make it look cool. Have some fun. And that art is fantastic. And now, of course, if you are in need of a medical exemption, that's okay. We actually have that available at the Disability Services booth at the Sheridan. You just need to go there and you can get a waiver for when you're indoors.
I know we've been doing this mask thing for a while, but just as a reminder, we made a little PSA. So why don't we run that informative content? All right, enough of this boring information nonsense. Let's talk about something fun. We got a parade.
Woo!
Woo! If you are not able to attend the parade in person, there are a few ways you can catch the parade without leaving the comfort of your domicile. DragonCon TV covers the parade live in your host hotel room and on YouTube. And I went to the CW. I'll be on Atlanta's CW at 10 a.m. on Saturday. You can catch that on CW. Check your local listings. I always love saying that. It makes me sound like I'm a professional or something. Check your local listings.
Yep. In fact, that's not the only thing you need to check. You can also check your DragonCon app. So I highly recommend you get your app, and it pretty soon will actually have all the. It should have it. Is it updated?
Did you say that out loud? Did you actually say out loud if the app is updated?
I'm on DragonCon 2021. Let me just switch to DragonCon 2022.
Did you know that we have these nice rubber shot glasses?
Ooh,
I had to do that because you said that. Yeah, okay. Anyway.
So make sure you're on the correct version of the app. So it's DragonCon 2022. So when you download the app, you might have last year's version installed. That's okay. You just need to switch it to 2022. And the app itself is super useful, has a ton of great content. I mean, seriously, if you're a Star Trek fan like me, you're just going to be spending all night like I am tonight, just looking for all the great content.
Two features I want to highlight on the glowing rectangle version of the information device is search and favorites. If you're looking for a specific guest or moderator, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, search by name. Then you can build a custom schedule by viewing an event and tapping the star icon. If any of your favorites change due to a schedule update, they'll change. Your custom schedule also gets updated. It's very useful when you're attending so many panels.
If you're a fan of gaming, let's say, yeah, definitely.
I'm a fan of gaming.
You're a fan of gaming? You should know that some of the gaming has moved. All gaming track programming and certain games will remain in the Westin Peachtree Plaza.
Nice.
Cool.
But the gaming that was not there already has been moved to America's Mart Building 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Building 3?
Building 3.
Okay.
So the other cool thing about the app is it has all of the maps in it. So you can actually hopefully use that as your guide.
Wait, are you saying that the map is in the app?
The map is in the app.
Yeah.
Yes.
The apps have maps?
Yeah.
There's one app, but there's multiple maps.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snap. All right. Cool.
Definitely. It has all the
That's a wrap.
information you'll need. It tells you where to go. You can use that app in so many ways, but definitely for that change, it's a great reference for you to be able to find where you need to go for all that gaming.
And you know, one of my favorite things about DragonCon is the extensive board game collection that we have at DragonCon Gaming. I was actually just talking about this yesterday. I'm so excited because when you go over to America's Mart Building 3 now, you can actually just spend $10 and have access the entire con to be able to go and play the different games. You check them out and you check them back in, and you get to sit there and make new friends. You get to make a lot of new friends, and you get to say hi and just hang out. And it's awesome. It really is one of the best things to do at the con.
Yeah, very great place to do things to just get a little downtime too, maybe depending on the game. But you know what else DragonCon has? Workshops. Woo! We should note workshops require a separate fee and registration, but you can get access to some really great instructors. There's still a little bit room for that in there's still a little bit of room in 2 great ones.
All right. Well, you know, if you love Magic, and I'm not talking Magic the Gathering, I'm talking like actual flourish, and you know, there's some great stuff happening this year at DragonCon. And if you've always imagined doing those awesome tricks, there's a really cool thing called the Art of Magic with Kurt Anderson and John Armstrong. This is a special workshop, and they have both a beginning and intermediate level course for this, and it's cool. I really think if you like Magic, you might like checking it out. Again, not Magic the Gathering. You can like both. They're not exclusive. You can like both.
Another workshop that'll help you polish your board game or RPG, and spoiler alert if you're paying attention to the scroll on the screen, you've seen that Bill Fawcett and Steve Jackson, legends of game design, are running a game design workshop that'll help you work through your idea and understand the weird and interesting industry of game design and sales.
Ooh.
Wow. Remember, if you are interested in one of the extra fee DragonCon workshops, that is sold through Grow Tix, one word. But it is listed as full altogether. If you show up 15 minutes before it starts with cash or card in hand, there might be a possibility that you can participate if there's a no-show. So it's always worth a try. Absolutely.
It is always. There's a lot of great workshops. Never give up.
Yeah.
It's great. And finally, if you're new to DragonCon and this all feels like a bit too much, you might want to take one of the newbie tours. It's really kind of cool. The newbie tours are going to be on Thursday here at the con, and you can actually check out the app. So just tap on the app, and you can get all the great info about how to attend those.
Yep. And for my next magic trick, which I didn't learn in the seminar, I'm going to make Will and Briana disappear. I'm sorry, but it's time for you to go because Rachel Reeves needs to come up, and we need to take questions from our loyal viewers on them interwebs.
The best part, question and answer with Rachel.
But Will, we're going to see you again soon, right?
You'll see me Thursday on DragonCon Update, and you'll see me every night in the con at DragonCon Update at 6:30 p.m. So I can't wait.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Good
Bye,
night,
Brian.
Will.
Thanks
Good
for
night,
having
B.
us.
All right. Before you guys disappear, I want to let you know that this is a special year. 20 years ago, as you can see by our wonderful staff shirts here, it's the 20th anniversary of DragonCon TV.
20 years.
I know. I'll talk more about that on the Friday edition of The Late Show. But to celebrate, the fine folks at DragonCon, we've never had merch before for DragonCon TV.
I'm so excited.
They made some special swag, so we're going to check that out. Let's go to that sweet, sweet video footage.
Cloning Ray. Well, up next, we have Kevadiah with what he says is a hidden treasure. Kevadiah, tell us about that item.
So this item is a pin that has a dragon on it that has a lot of colors on it too.
It is certainly unique. Where did you get such a rare item?
I know a guy.
Oh, well, if you can't say where you got it, then it may impact the value. Wait, I recognize this. This is the never-before-seen DCTV enamel pen. This thing has been locked in the DragonCon vault for years.
How much do you think I can get for it?
Well, if you can explain how you got it and establish provenance, then $28.43 trillion.
Oh, that is a number I like to hear.
Well, it is a one-of-a-kind item.
One of a kind? Not anymore!
No! What are you doing?
Now there's plenty to go around.
I cannot believe that worked. Now, the clones aren't as valuable. What are you going to do with them?
I'll take the original. I'll sell the rest at DragonCon. Available at participating on-site stores at DragonCon.
Who were you talking to?
Do you have to sign up ahead
Yep,
for
already
what?
got that.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, hey, that didn't take long at
We're
all.
just chatting. Sorry.
We just hit the transporter worked a little bit faster than I thought it would. Rachel,
That
it's good to
happens.
see you
Good
again.
to be back. Good to be back.
All right, we've been taking questions on the Discord. We've been taking questions on the Facebook, the YouTube. So let's get to it. Rachel's going to help me because she knows more about the con than I do, which is good because she's kind of running the thing. All right, first question from Jana Coraline. I'm going to mispronounce your names, guaranteed. There are still some events in the app that have the wrong descriptions, or a couple of guests that we know have canceled
Yes.
that are not synced in the app. When are we expecting our next app update?
So a big update just occurred today.
Okay.
So anything that we had in the programming is, but of course, DragonCon, if you know one thing about us, is it's never set in stone until Tuesday after
No.
we're all resting
Pretty
again.
much.
So we do now are on the on-site plan where each change is going in. We try to put everything in the mornings when you have to do that download.
Okay.
That's usually the best time, but stay tuned. Right now, we've already gone on to the process of updating it as quickly as we can get in.
Okay. Somebody with a username that I would have automatically blocked on Twitter. It's got a lot of numbers in it. Anyway, they're asking, is the Walk of Fame cash only, or do they take cards?
Totally dependent on the guest.
Okay.
So we leave that as far as hours and how they're going to take payment up to the guest. Majority, I would say, probably are cash, but some have kind of moved into the credit card realm.
Into the late
Absolutely.
2010s. Okay. One question that I can answer. is there a hospitality suite this year? We call it the Con Suite, and it's on the 2nd floor of the Hyatt.
Correct.
Scavenger hunt. If you don't know where it is, take the newbie tour. That's just a plug for the newbie tour. All right. Blood drive question from Daniel Hartstein. Do you have to sign up ahead for the blood drive, or can you just show up?
You do not have to, but they did learn last year, because they did only pre-reg last year and it went so well, they are still offering it as a possibility. If you kind of want to schedule your day and think, you can go on and pre-register, but it's not required this year. You can also just show up.
Okay. Question on the app from Deborah Matthews Bartram on Facebook. Where is the browse by track function in the app? I believe I actually know this one. It's under events. So if you hit the events tab, you can browse by day or by track. Or you can use the search function and you may be able to find the track name that way. Another one I'm pretty sure I know. Where is the ADA badge pickup this year? That's the Sheraton.
It is.
Disability Services is on the same floor of the Sheraton as normal membership pickup. We don't call them badges. We call them memberships.
Now, one thing we've done is we have expanded their area. So that's really good news for anybody that uses those services, because the team is phenomenal and they work so hard to get everybody that needs that assistance through the line and get them taken care of with their accommodations. But we have a finite amount of space. So now we've actually broken it into 2 areas. So you'll still show up exactly where you have before, check in, start the process, but then we have another area so that can keep things flowing a little better and not keep everybody so crowded in that area. So we're excited about that, trying to make the experience better overall.
And a couple of plugs I'm going to make for disability services. One is that if you need a medical waiver for a mask, that is the place to go. 2, if you have any mobility issues at all, that is the place to go. Do not be afraid to ask for an accommodation or get information on how we can help you. We know that some mobility issues are temporary, they're invisible. You don't have to show up in like an armored wheelchair to get a magic sticker. If you've got an issue moving around, if you have something that is going to wear you out, keep you from seeing all the con you want without some accommodation, talk to the folks down there at the Sheraton. They're already there when you pick up your membership. Like, don't hesitate to go and ask them questions. There's also a really good group on Facebook connected to that.
So good.
And they'll get a lot of questions to your head in advance. And DragonCon.org has a ton of information. Our disability services has been rocking it for decades. All right. Paulo De Lima on Facebook is asking, are the DragonCon stores open on Thursday?
Depends. Yes. So you can plan on getting stuff. Sheraton is full on because Thursday's our biggest badge pickup day. So definitely come get some of that fancy swag Will was showing off. I can't, there's so many good stuff. I cannot pick my favorite, but I do probably have 2. So come out. There's just really cool stuff this year.
Have you shown them the sweater?
I have not. So we have for years talked about a fancy, some people call it an ugly Christmas sweater. I do not. But it is full on, very soft. I am very picky about the material. So I'm really excited. And if anybody knows me, I'm cold all the time. So I'm excited to have one in my office for when I get a little chilly.
Yeah, and they keep the panel rooms a little cold. They over air condition sometimes depending on the weather. So you might actually need it inside the hotel. And some of you in Stormtrooper armor are like, that looks just darn comfortable compared to the sealed appearance that I have created for myself. DragonCon Parade, F. Tom Larison is asking on Facebook, DragonCon Parade, rain or shine? We're doing it right?
Rain
Question
or
mark,
shine.
exclamation point. Yes, rain or shine.
As long as we can safely do it. The only exception would be like tremendous inclement, crazy thunder with lightning and things like that. We obviously want to keep our people safe. So other than that, it is rain or shine.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. So Jessica Barfield Masters, if you're scheduled to get blood on Thursday at 10 a.m. and you can't get your badge until Thursday at 10 a.m., how does that work?
That's no problem. We actually don't start really enforcing badge check until about 5 o'clock on Thursday. That's where the programming starts. The ballroom's open with our some of our panels and activities. So no problem at all. I encourage you to go do that blood drive at 10 a.m. and then head on over to the Sheraton to pick up the badge.
Just wanted to make sure we can, about that one before I say it out loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
Peter J. Miller on Facebook, is the parade open to the public? Oh, yay, it finally is.
It is.
It is. We didn't do that last year for safety reasons. This year, totally come out on the street. Different situation. So my recommendation, because I get out there at like 7:38 when I work with the CW crew. So when I get out there, I am not the first person there. And I just don't mean that there's like a TV crew already set up with a truck and everything. People get their lawn chairs out, they camp out, not overnight or anything. It's not like a Dave Matthews concert.
Yeah, please don't do that.
But no, don't do that. Just don't block the sidewalks if at all possible. Be prepared to move if you're a little too close to the street. Also, just in front of the hotels, if you're coming in from outside of the con, here's my pro tip. Don't try to watch the parade in front of the Hyatt if you're not staying downtown already. It's about 15-20 minutes up the route from the parade, but it's the most crowded area because everybody just gets up in the morning, puts on minor cosplay, and then wanders outside, right? So that's the most packed area, which is why it looks so good on the parade coverage, because there's a huge crowd. If you keep going down Peachtree Street towards the Shakespeare Tavern, towards the head of the parade at Peachtree and Pine, more space opens up. So you'll get the parade sooner. You'll also be able to get out of there earlier because the parade, if you're at the end, you got to wait. So my pro tip is to get a little bit closer to Peachtree and Pine. And if you like being on the televisions, it turns out we brought like an entire TV crew from Atlanta CW. So we might see you waving in the background. Looking to see what other questions we have.
So many questions this year. It's kind of exciting.
Kat Costin on Facebook is asking, there are certain guests I would love to meet and get signings for, but I haven't been able to find if or when they will be at the Walk of Fame. How do I discover this information, Rachel?
Oh, that's a great question. So Walk of Fame map is located in your app right now. If you go under show documents, actually, it's a little odd, but because we include the listing, it's not in the map section.
Right.
So you can see who's there. We don't typically publish signing times, but Walk of Fame hours start at 1 to 7 on Friday, 10 to 7 Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday 10 to 5. And so in general, if the guest is appearing that day and they have programming, outside of their programming and scheduled photo ops time, they are asked to be in the Walk of Fame, obviously within reason. We want them to break. We want them to eat. Don't want anybody falling out. But yeah, that's usually safe to assume.
Feed the famous people. Hydrate the famous people, feed the famous people. That way they can show up to the panels later on, so I get to talk to them.
So you get to entertain.
Major Burble on Facebook. I don't know if that's a name or a rank. Either way, thank you for your comment.
These are really throwing me off.
What are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh,
just narrow it down to your top 50 items.
Yeah, I was about to
on
say,
the spot, no
so
pressure.
So many. Golly, the parade is always one of my very favorites. I think it brings out the absolute best. I'm really looking forward to, we have a panel with John Lewis's son coming.
Yes.
As well. And I think that's really awesome to honor him and his legacy. And he was one of the greatest supporters of us. And I know you had done an interview with him. That's one of my favorite of all time.
That was a no prep, 10-minute notice. Hey, we got anybody available to talk to John Lewis?
I'm proud you could even speak, because
and I'm like,
I got in his presence and froze up.
So John Lewis, civil rights icon, did a comic book called March, which I highly recommend if you want an inside look in kind of a new format. It's a graphic novel. It's an award-winning graphic novel. Aiden is the writer that worked with it. Yeah, who was part of the interview. That's on YouTube. It's from about 5 years ago. 2017, 2016.
The pandemic messes my time up a bit, but yeah.
I think it's about 5 years ago. It's on DragonConTV YouTube. One of the cool things was that his artist and writer was a comic book fan. He came to DragonCon as a fan to get things signed, and he's in there about 15 years later, being on a panel with John Lewis, doing this award-winning graphic novel. It's one of those interesting fan stories of, I started out as a fan and it drove me to my career, which I have a similar story with William Shatner, of all things, that I've told on stage a couple of times. And
I was going to say, I thought of one other, I have to say, is George Perez's memorial.
Oh,
and I know it's not looking forward to necessarily, but being able to honor all that man gave our convention and gave our fans over the years.
George was one of our biggest supporters, period.
And the Quick Start Guide, have you seen that? The cover?
Yeah.
One of my favorite that we've ever seen.
The artwork really in the Quick Start Guide is the artwork upgrade. Like, I've just seen it improve every year on things like the Quick Start Guide and all of the the T-shirts and everything. Just I have like 20 something years of that stuff in my closet, and I went through it, picking out what I was going to bring to con this year and watching the progression of that.
Right.
But all these like little weird stories of like people going from, like me, behind the scenes to sitting here with the con chair. I used to ask you about like my hotel logistics, and now you're running the darn thing. Like we've come a long way.
We sure have.
Chandra Free on YouTube. I'm a guest at the show, and I'd love for you to share with everyone where Artist Alley is.
Oh, I love her, Chan. Wonderful guest. So Comic and Pop Artist Alley is located on the 4th floor of Building 2 in America's Mart. They have a phenomenal team running it. Might be a little biased because my husband is involved, but they really do. They have a fantastic lineup of guests this year. Really excited. The space now, they've kind of taken a hybrid between last year and 2019, added some guests, but you still have spacing, which anybody that's at the America's Mart appreciates that very much. So it's going to be a great show, and just filled with a lot of really, really talented artists, both on site as well as in our virtual marketplace you guys mentioned earlier.
Open through September 9th. So if you went like me and packed carry-on cross country, which was a mistake for my return trip.
Not a good idea.
I'm either buying luggage or buying a lot of stuff before September 9th when I get back home.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to just banter here to make sure we don't have any more questions coming in online. For all the fans out there, thank you so much for joining us early. Remember, we start DragonCon News Update on Thursday evening with Will. I will be on the late show with Steven on Friday, and we're going to do that again at 9 a.m. That will be available on YouTube and also on the hotel broadcast.
Great.
And also on DragonCon.tv, which again, $10 gives you access to
so much.
It's more than what we do here. It's not just what you see on the in-house TV channel. You've got access to our back catalog. I think we've got stuff going back over 10 years in that from a programming standpoint. We are going to have things. We pre-recorded some items, panels that are only available on DragonCon.tv. And that was stuff that you can watch now. You can get yourself in the mood and show up.
Yeah.
There's the back catalog to look at and the new stuff coming in on the secondary channel. And a note for folks with disabilities, we do caption the live stream on DragonCon.tv, but not in the hotels. I would explain it to you, but it would bore the crap out of you. Just trust me that if you actually need live captioning for something, I recommend using DragonCon.tv for that. And if you're in the room, we'll have our Rockstar sign language interpreters back as well.
Absolutely incredible.
All right. So that's going to wrap it up. So for Will, Briana, Rachel, and myself, Brian, thank you once again for supporting this great convention. 20 years of whatever this nonsense has been. We'll talk about that on Friday on the Late Show. But from everybody here to everybody there, I hope to see you, your smiling faces behind a mask. Smile with your eyes starting on Thursday. Take care and have a great con.
Bye, guys.